Okay, we have a control line stunt model airplane here called a Banshee. If you're wanting to learn the control line stunt pattern, which is a series of 15 maneuvers, um, this is a good airplane to learn it on. They fly pretty good, they're light, Fox 35. If you get everything right on a Fox 35, you can get a good engine run. And by that I mean a good 4.24 engine brake. This airplane has been languishing down at the hangar, so I thought, well, I'll take it and see if I can get it to run. So the old fuel tank on it, it was about a 4-ounce metal tank, and I couldn't get it to run on that. Apparently there's some pinholes in the line somewhere. So anyway, I put on a Sullivan tank. I made up a Uniflow tank. We're going to see if, and I can adjust it up and down so that I can get it to run the same inverted as it does right side up. So let's put some fuel in it and see if we can get it running. This is a 6-ounce fuel tank. Had to mix up some decent fuel for it too. Back in the old days, these Fox 35s ran on what they call Fox Super Fuel. It's 5% nitro and 28 or 29% castor oil. Well, this Power Master fuel that you can get nowadays, it doesn't have that much castor in it. So I've had to up the castor content of this fuel so we can maybe get a decent engine run. Old Fox 35 does not like to run without that castor. We used to fly control line stunt contests back in the day. Won a few too. Well, let's see what we can do here. Fox 35 can be temperamental. Sounds like it's running okay. I think it's probably ready to fly. We'll get that fuel out of there. There's no need to sit here and waste fuel. Seems to be running pretty much the same inverted as it does right side up. Of course, when I get it out and fly it, then I'll be able to make a better assessment, and I can adjust that tank up or down whichever way I need to go to get it to run the way I want it to. Now these are pretty good stunt trainers. Now if you're wanting to just learn how to fly a control line around and around, this probably isn't the airplane for you. Because like I said, this is more like for the advanced beginner who can already fly, can do a loop and can fly inverted. And he's ready to learn the AMA control line sequence or the aerobatic sequence. This is a pretty good airplane to do that with. It's a fairly forgiving airplane, fairly maneuverable. Of course, I don't care a whole lot for a Fox 35, but that was what was on the airplane. Rick McGaw built this airplane, and I think I gave him that motor. And he built it about 5 years ago, and as I recall, he never could get a decent motor run. So the only flying it's got is to take off a couple of laps and then the engine would quit. But I've got it running fairly good now. Alright. We'll clean some of that castor off and wait for a decent day to go fly. Now when you're running 28-29% castor oil in your engine, that castor slobbers everywhere. It gets everywhere. It's a sticky mess. But it's an excellent lubricant. That's why they used it in the old rotary engines during World War I. I had to bring it home and do some patching. It had holes all in it. I used to fly a lot of control line stunt when I was a kid. And believe it or not, I mean, you don't hear too much about it anymore, but it's still, the sport of control line flying is still going strong. They have a nationals meet every year. They have local contests during the summer and the fall and the spring. There's a big control line club over in Dallas, the Dallas Model Airplane Association. I think they've got 2 paved circles and a couple of grass circles. I used to be a member of that club. Boy, it's a long way to drive to go fly. Okay, looking pretty good. Just wait on a decent day to go fly. This is a copy of Stunt News. It's put out by the organization called PAMPA. It's the Precision Aerobatic Model Pilots Association. And they're the ones that put on the nationals. It's a national club. It's a good organization. They put out a very nice magazine devoted to stunt. I forget what the dues are, but it's not all that much. And another good magazine is put out by John Brodak. He's the publisher. It's called Control Line World, and this magazine encompasses the whole of Control Line. Stunt, racing, combat, scale, Navy carrier, the whole 9 yards. And they also put out a hefty magazine. It's a real good magazine. And it's well worth, getting into and flying some control line every now and then.